I'm going to start with something slightly different today in the conversations I've been having. Every no leads to a yes is is one of the things that is quite important in my life at the moment, because it is every difficulty needs to be overcome, and every if you where it came from is I used to sort of think, if there are five people and you're trying to work out which one's got something that you want, if you get four no's, the fifth one's going to be a yes. But it applies to so many things in life. If you've every time you try something and you fail, it's a no. It's on the learning process to getting a yes, which was something that it was kind of important, that's going on at the moment. Another one which kind of reminds me of the sort of Mark Twain quote: "We regret the things we don't do more than the things we do." Um, Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Or again, a lot of these things are all about positive mental attitude, and it's just it's giving yourself the opportunity to have that stopgap to move forward. You'll find that when everything's going wrong, it's the darkest place you can be. You need something that's going to pick you up and push you forward. Try again and again and again, and that is pretty much what you need to succeed. Whether it's at growing plants in the ground, in a job, in friendships and relationships. Everything takes a lot of energy, and having that energy, it's not consistent. It's not there all the time, and you need to have the opportunity to, fall down and get back up. Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Benjamin Disraeli. Seek simplicity and distrust it. Alfred North Whitehead. The simplest answer is always the most obvious answer is usually the right one. Simplest answer is usually the right one. Keep things simple. Don't make a Heath Robinson. He was a cartoonist, sort of artist who used to make crazy inventions that were so convoluted and complex that a machine that's half the size of a house to take the top of the egg off of a boiled egg. He did a lot. I think he did a like. I grew up with the saying, it's very Heath Robinson. It's over engineered, yeah. But if it's too obvious, sometimes there is someone's engineered it to be that way. Reality is a sound. You have to tune into it, not just keep yelling. Anne Carson. Bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that honey is better than unknown, but it does. It's one of those things of you've got to learn how to pick your battles. People have got to be receptive to what you're going to say, so you have to provide a lot of context. You have to get everyone in a position that they want to hear an answer that is different or new or something that they hadn't heard before. Having these situations, bees not explaining something, there will be a lot of things in life that aren't explained, and you have to work out for yourself. I was actually having a thought last night, actually, how if you admire someone or think someone's actions are honorable, and you try to emulate or make yourself an honorable person based on the outcomes or the end results of what you're seeing as someone that is to be looked up to, usually ends up with you not quite understanding how it got there. Um, it's one of those things that I spend a portion of my early years, copying and emulating from family and friends and people around, the bits that I thought, that's going to make me an honourable, happy kind of, looked up to. At that time, I wanted to be, I want to be the centre of attention, and I copied, um, and because I was looking at the end result and not how it got there, um, some of the things that people were doing that I thought, well, wow, I want to do that, weren't actually altruistic, and how I was then able to emulate it. I ended up with the same result, but not the same response and other things. Again, context and everything else. So don't look at the end result. Look to build your core. So yeah, just try and be yourself.